Okay, welcome to our team call today. We are having a sharing team call because I love all the work that y'all are doing. Seriously, everyone's doing a great job, and we're all growing in our personal development. Some of us, like me, I still have some work to do. I'm sure we all have a little bit of weakness areas where we need to work on. But we're going for it, and I'm proud of us because I'm the type to hold back and not want to make anyone feel uncomfortable. But it's time to feel uncomfortable, right? Because that is how we get out of our comfort zone and we push and we grow. And so no more being comfortable. Okay, so first off, I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go in the back office. And we are going to do some back office training. Okay. I want to go over here because this is something I honestly didn't know about until I think my second or third year doing plexus. And I think it's something valuable and fun. Okay, so when you go to the regular website, not the virtual office, but right here, you go to this little line thing. This is my shortcut. You can go to marketing materials. Okay. Now I don't do a ton of marketing materials, but this has fun stuff too. Okay. There is, oh, wait. I was thinking it was going to take me to, where's plexus print? Someone tell me. Where do we go to my plexus print? That's what I was going to show, and then I didn't know where it was. Hold on. It might be in the virtual office. Okay, we're learning together. My plexus print is where you get t-shirts.
It's under sharing plexus.
It's under sharing plexus. Okay, thank you. So we're going to find it together. This is good process. Because as you grow your business, a lot of momentum that I gained in the beginning, like going from silver to gold or gold to senior gold, was doing fun giveaways. And I know that can kind of be scary at the beginning because it does take some risk involved because you're having to put some money back in your business, but it's fun and it does build your business. So, okay, so sharing plexus, my plexus print. Rebecca knows where it's at.
I've actually never been here. I'm looking at it now too.
Love it. I did post in our team thread the healthy business workbook thing. This is where you get it. So you go shop now. And then you can look at this healthy business workbook. This thing is awesome. It's only $3.50. Like, it is cool. It's got the spiral thing. And it's just a really good way to track your business if you don't already have a way to track your business. Like, if you have something that works, go for it. Just keep doing what you're doing. But look at this every single day. Well, it does a week. So we have ask, send, share, invite. It follows the system that we teach. We have our goals. You can look at it every day. If it was me, I would probably take a screenshot of that page, put it in my notes, because I'm not going to want to carry this around all day. And that way I can look at my phone and be like, okay, what's my goals again? Because a lot of times I'll be working throughout the day. Just, if I'm in my car, I'll send a message real quick. Okay, this one, I love this one. This is one of my favorite things. Okay, I want to show you one other thing. And if you're going to be in Momentum Movement, which every single one of you needs to be in it, they give us all of this stuff too. So they're both really great. We download it, you print it, and it has extra stuff too. But there's also Scripts workbook. This has all of this, the messages, skeleton messages. Of course, we always want to personalize it to the person, know what's going on in their life. But this tells you what to say if you're lost about what to say. So I love it. And it's so cute. I just think it's cute. They did a really good job on the marketing.
Well, and these two things, Genevieve was really involved in. She's amazing. So that they are good.
Yes.
And the training that she did from the convention, she was training on this.
I love Gimbia. She is a powerhouse. And I love that she's like using the products and losing weight while she's teaching us. Like she's the
She
product.
looks amazing. Yeah.
And yes, I just love her. So business cards. Yes, you can get business cards. I don't really use them. Because Emily has a little trick. So you can get business cards, and then when you meet someone, you can say, hey, will you write your number on the back of my business card? That's how you use your business cards. Because when you talk to someone out in like, public, which maybe we're not doing as much of right now, but that's how you get their information. Instead of giving them your number, you get their number because it's better to follow up with that way. Okay, so that's what I want to share with you today in the back office. And then I'm going to have Shannon share first. Oh, is someone waiting? Hold on. Sarah says she's waiting to get on, but I don't see her. I don't see you. Okay, so Shannon, will you share? She's going to share how she is giving herself credit for doing the work. Sometimes we don't see what we're doing and we like think we're not doing anything, but we really are. So Shannon, share with us.
Yeah. Okay. So this came about because I am the type of person that has a lot of things going on, and so a lot of, and I'm trying to get better, but I'm not super good at using a planner or even making lists. Like everything is just in my head, and so I have this to-do list in my head, and that includes my plexus work, anything around the house I need to get done, stuff for my kids, projects, like, just everything is up here. And all day long, I'm thinking, okay, I have to do this next, and then I'll do this next, and then I'll do this next, and then I still need to do this, and this. And, it's just a never ending list. There's always, something more to do. So I got to a point where I was going to bed just feeling so overwhelmed and like a failure every single day, because I was going to bed with the remainder of my list running through my head and saying, oh, I didn't send those messages. I didn't do that follow-up. I didn't finish this project. I didn't get the grocery shopping done today. And that's a really negative way to go to bed, So one day it just came to my head and I thought, surely I did something today. What did I do? Like I could name off the 100 of things I didn't do, but surely I did something today. And so then I started telling myself, okay, what did I do? And I went through my day and I accomplished a lot of things and, got a lot of stuff done on my list, maybe some things that weren't on my list that just kind of cropped up. But I felt a lot better after thinking about what I had accomplished than focusing on what I had not accomplished. So at one point, I've tried different methods of reminding myself of this. But at one point, I had like a dry erase sticky thing up on my wall in my closet, and that's usually where I change into pajamas, when I go to bed. So I did a sticky note thing on my wall in my closet that you could dry erase on, and I made categories. What did I accomplish at home? What did I accomplish for my jobs? What did I accomplish with my family? Stuff like that. And I kind of separated it out into categories and, put the days across the top, and I could kind of check off at the end of the day, did I get my housework done? Did I do my IPA? Did I, spend time with each person in my family? Stuff like that. And so I felt better right before I would go to bed, checking off what I did accomplish. And so now I'm trying to apply that more to my business, because there are times like when we have a big goal, like, yesterday the goal was as a team to get 5 enrollments, and I think we got 2 or 3. And my old method would have been to go to bed thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm such a failure. I fell short of my goal. I didn't accomplish it. Instead of focusing on those 2 or 3 enrollments that the team did get. So now I am trying to apply it to my business, and I'm trying to use my planner more. And so, for example, yesterday I had a goal of um, sending out a certain number of messages, hoping for an enrollment through some follow up. And, um, just these were some of my goals. Well, I didn't have the names written down because it was in my head. and and then we had someone stop by, and I ended up talking to that person um, about plexus a little bit, and even gave him a sample. And that was not on my list. And so I sometimes get so stuck in my compartments, compartmentalizing, that if I don't send 5 messages through Messenger, then I feel like I haven't done the job. But then I realized, like, wait, I sent 2 people some texts, and I talked to the one guy who stopped by the house. And, so those things count. But in my compartmentalized mind, I thought, oh my gosh, I didn't finish my IPA today, and now it's 11 o'clock at night and I'm going to bed. But then I switched my mindset to my give myself credit for what I did do mode. And so then I wrote down a list in my planner. I wrote, what messages did I send? And I wrote their name down, and then I check marked it. And then who did I follow up with? And then I wrote their names down and check marked them. And then I wrote, the friend's name who stopped by, and check marked it. And so after looking at that, I thought, well, I did a lot of work for my business today. I didn't get an enrollment, and I didn't get 5 new messages sent out because I ended up getting on some phone calls and some messages with current ambassadors that were needing some follow-up. But I did give out samples to a new person, and I did send samples on my Engage app, and I did get a new message from, a Instagram friend. And so I thought, okay, instead of feeling like I did not do IPA because I did not send 5 messages through Messenger, I'm trying to really focus on what I did accomplish, and especially pay more attention to those that fall out of the Facebook Messenger compartment, because I used to kind of skip over those and like as if they didn't count, but really they probably count as even better, because when you talk to someone in person or on the phone, it's a lot more impactful, I feel, than just a message through Messenger. So that's my advice, is give yourself credit for what you do accomplish and focus on that rather than focusing on the negative, because it's all the mindset.
Yes, thank you, Shannon. That is a huge, huge, huge mindset shift. And I had to go through the same one because I was doing the same thing where it's like, I didn't do anything today. And then when I really look back, I really did. It just didn't look perfect. Like it wasn't me sitting down and typing. It was something else. And I just didn't look for it. So that is going to change everything for you. You're going to just feel so much better. And I am excited about counting up instead of counting down. I don't know if you guys saw that on the chat, but it feels so much better to me. I'm like, this is gonna be awesome, because if we count up, like if we get 3, I'm gonna feel so good. Like if we get to 5, that's gonna be even better. But counting down from 5 just felt like, oh, every day we're gonna fail. You know what I mean? So it feels good to me. That was a mindset shift I had to make, I guess. Okay, I would like for Sarah to go next. She is going to share with us, she's like a little guru about detoxing benefits. Well, not benefits, but like support, detox support. So she's going through detox right now, and she is pulling on all these tools. So I want you to share with us what you're doing.
Hello, everybody. Just hope everybody's doing okay today. I'm really excited because detoxing is fabulous. So thank you, Leah, for the opportunity to just talk about the things that I've learned. So here, I'll tell you what I did first with the plexus regimen. So I got the welcome family kit, or the family welcome kit. which includes the kids products and also the lean shake, also Slim, ProBio 5, the Omega, the X Factor, and BioCleanse, and the E. Actually, I added E's. Okay, so I have a little bit more than, just the triplex, obviously, which I'm so excited about. And I'm really excited to add the Nerve one to my regimen and more E's. Y'all, so what I started off with the first week, I did 1 E's or 2 E's, maybe a day. And then I did 1 ProBio 5 at night. And then, of course, I did the bio cleanses in between meals. I started noticing energy in my stomach and energy in my gut, especially at night. And so I was like, whoa, this is working. I'm like, this is awesome. Okay, I've got some gunk. We're taking out the trash. Yeah. So, yes, because there's so much there's just so much buildup in me. Obviously, y'all can see I need a cleanse. So, it's just about time. So anyway, so I noticed that working. And then the second week I decided I'd watched a few videos. I'd done, just some searching around on the Imagine Plexus pages, and oh yeah, Detox. I love Detox. I love cleaning. It's just like decluttering your house. Oh my gosh, it feels good. It's like decluttering. It's like marking your to-do list off. It just feels good. So anyways, I was super excited about it. And what I noticed the second week when I upped my ProBio 5 and I upped my E's, so I was taking down inflammation. I was breaking down a whole bunch of inflamed cells, and then I was cleaning it up. And I noticed that my body had some pains. So my stomach would wake me up a little at night, my gut would, because it was just like, I'm not going to say on fire, but I'll say on fire. Let me just say it wasn't on fire because I don't want to scare anybody, but there was just energy in my stomach. There was just like this movement in there. And I was like, but my bowel movements hadn't increased a whole lot. And my number 1 potty trips hadn't increased a whole lot. So I said, and I also hadn't sweated as much as I'd hoped. It was my everyday goal to move and do Zumba, but I hadn't sweated much. So I was like, oh dear. I was like, this is all, and I could tell that it was moving around my body. I read Emily's post about Candida die-off and how it tries to fight back and how it goes to different parts of your body. And I could feel it. One day my shoulders felt super tight and achy. And then my feet would throb in the middle of the night. I do have plantar fasciitis in both my feet. And so my feet would throb more. So I could just tell it was moving around, and it was just like, where do I go? I need an outlet. So I said, okay. So I was like, okay, hold up. I got to back up this second. I was like, all right, I need to help my body. I can't continue to eat the same way and drink the same way. If I want all these toxins to actually go somewhere. I wanted to take advantage of what the ProBio 5 and the BioCleanse was doing for me. They were working hard. I could feel it. And I don't know if y'all felt the same way with them. I'm seeing some head shakes. Yeah. So I was like, okay. So I do have quite a few years. My health journey started back in 2007. So I have just done random research that applied to me. I don't want to sound cliche like I've done research and I know things. I don't want to sound cliche like that, but I mean, I did research things that were applicable to me. And so I did learn some detox stuff. I did learn clean eating things. And I also learned about the microbiome. I actually did a whole year of study on microbiome. Well, I say study. Okay. I just looked at things online. All right. Cause if you find it online, it must be true, right? Haha. So anyways, but I didn't necessarily, that counts, haha, she says. What I did, because I tried to make sure that I didn't just watch one video and then it was biased. I tried to watch several videos and look up several articles and things like this on it. And so what I did is I would find a common thread, and I would just take a general idea from it. Okay, so what I've been doing specifically for my own detox with this, and actually it's totally helped because I have not, for the past 2 days that I've been doing this detox, I have not had that pain build up as much in places, and I actually feel looser and I feel better, and I've increased my bathroom trips because I know y'all wanted to know that, but it is a part of dumping the waste. Yeah, thumbs up. So, okay, so what I did is I've, if you've heard of these terms before, I kind of put in intermittent fasting. I upped my water intake, and my water intake for my body weight is 0.75 gallons, so almost a gallon. So I went ahead and just upped it to a little over a gallon because I needed to flush. I needed to help these products. I needed to help them out. So I also did a detox smoothie, and I hit up a friend of mine. And when I say hit up, I messaged a friend of mine to get her some of her, because she's been posting stuff on Facebook about detoxing and detoxing. And so I was like, okay, what do you do for a liver cleanse? Because I know that dandelion is a liver cleanser. And I also just know that like basic vegetables is is a whole overall detoxer and cleanser. And on top of that, fruits and vegetables, especially if you grow them your own in a more natural and less chemical way, definitely do a double duty, and they provide you every different variety or color of fruit or vegetable that you eat adds a new microbiota to your microbiome in your gut. And it's awesome because studies show that when you get a variety of microbiota, that is the best way to get that symbiosis and get that gut overall health. So, we're taking these probio 5s, y'all, but there are so many ways to get microbiota in your diet. It is everything that you put into your mouth. If you put dead processed food into your mouth, there is no microbiome in there. It is dead food. And so you need fresh food. You need food that's as close as to fresh as you can. That's why it says, in the scriptures, eating in season and not eating a whole, anyways. So there's some recommendations, right, in the scriptures if y'all are, know about that. So anyways, so I've been doing water. This is a cucumber from my garden. I've got peppermint from my garden. Thank you, Shannon, for adding that to my seed bloomed, and then also yours. So I got a nice little combination of mint. So I've got mint and cucumber water because that's going to add microbiota, and it also it just helps me flush. So it's just in the morning I do a whole quart of lemon juice. Lemon is a total neutralizer. It takes acidity down, which if you have too high of acidity in your body or in your gut or in your muscles, then it creates inflammation. So lemon juice actually surprisingly takes your inflammation down. So I've been doing that and some cayenne pepper and a little bit of maple syrup in the morning. And I did intermittent fasting. So I don't know if y'all saw me eating my chips at the beginning of the video. This is technically dead food, y'all, but it was just what was quick because I had to jump on the video. I actually am eating vegetables today too. I'll have a almost full vegetable dinner tonight. So anyways, let me see. I don't want to gab on too long, but this is my first time eating today. So I just grabbed this real quick to jump on the video. So and this is 2:00 in the afternoon, and I've just been filling up on lemon juice, peppermint tea, cayenne and honey. Cayenne is surprisingly filling in your stomach because it creates a warm sensation and it kind of livens things up and helps burn things. Also, another way to detox is to eat a ton of fresh vegetables, raw or even lightly cooked. You don't want to fry the mess out of it because then that kind of starts killing off, some of the good stuff. As fresh as possible. That also is a cleanser. What it does, I don't know if y'all know this, but plants, the way it works in a compost pile is the more plant matter you have, the more heat you get, and then it does a whole breakdown. We do compost for our garden. So the more heat you put into the compost pile, the quicker it breaks down. It does the same thing in your body. So the more vegetables you put in your body, the more methane gas is created, literally. And that actually heats things up in your stomach, and it burns and breaks and gets things moving. Okay, so vegetables do the same thing for you. Another way to detox is to sweat. Sweat, 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 sweat. I know we sit in air-conditioned cars all day long and our houses all day long, but if you're inside, at least dance or work out or something like that. I try to go outside. I just had that realization today. I was like, oh, I need to sweat more. That came to me today too for detoxing. Another way to detox is to move. When you move and when you literally manipulate your muscles and move those, what you're doing is you're releasing buildup in your muscles, which is usually in the form of just extra storage, which also has toxins and nutrients and things like that in it. So have you ever had a full body massage where they tell you to, afterwards they say, go drink 1 or 2 glasses of water? Because when they kneaded your muscles, they released toxins and buildup that was stored between your muscles. So that's another way to detox. Another way to detox is, okay, obviously you've got the bathroom. Let me see what I've missed. Movement, sweat, and then vegetables create that methane heat. Plant matter, I should say, plant matter, just tons and tons of plant matter. Bitters also help. Anything that's bitter, like dandelion roots, leafy greens, those are all really good for your liver. There's different methods out there to clean all the organs, honestly. Different protocols that you can look up, but yeah, basically it involves plants. Y'all need plants. We need to sweat. We need, yes. So I think I'm pretty much coming down to the end. And then plants, like I said, they have that double dual power to them, because the more diversity, the more you go to farmers markets, the more you get from your friends' gardens, the more you grow your own, and the more you fertilize it. Like naturally, we have a fertilizer made from cow poop, 5 gallons of weeds, and we always add weeds to it and water, and we let it ferment for 2 weeks before using it. And y'all, it works just as good as Miracle-Gro. Like, it's kind of amazing, like what we're given. We don't, like, a lot of times we rely on commercialism for all of our food and process things for our food. But you know what? Like, honestly, like in nature, there's everything kind of provided that you need. So the closer you get to nature, the more you're going to increase your microbiome variety and that gut health and that symbiosis. I just love it. Love that stuff. Okay, I think I'm done.
Gosh, Sarah, that was amazing. I'm gonna have to rewatch this and like take notes because I didn't know half of that. So you're gonna be our like resident detox expert for our team. Thank you so much for sharing all of that. I learned so much.
I'm happy to.
Yay, good. It's your job. I've just given you the job of detox expert. Okay, that was amazing. I want to end with Rebecca. She is going to share how her mindset has changed in order to get into momentum. So Rebecca has huge goals this month. I'll let her tell you about them if you haven't heard about them, because they are huge and amazing. And she is making sacrifices and getting into momentum. So, Rebecca.
Sarah, that was amazing. And I think it's important, I put this in the chat, but I think it's important for everybody to know about detox, because even if you don't experience detox right in the beginning, I personally have gone through several detoxes in the last 3.5 years. So your body, it's like that onion, peeling back those layers. Your body doesn't just go through one detox and it's done. It's going to happen as your body is healing. So I loved all that information. That was amazing. So Leah, like she said, asked me to talk about how my mindset changed. I have been doing this business for 3 years now. I started 3 years ago in the summer, right after I ended teaching. I was a high school teacher for 12 years. And this became a way, after the product started working so amazingly and changed my health, it became a vehicle. After Leah told me several times, it became a vehicle that I could be able to quit my job and stay home with my babies and work this business. So I've been doing this for a while and I wasn't going anywhere. And when I say I've been doing this for a while, you know, I worked barely a couple of hours a week. And so that had to change if I wanted to grow my business. So the first thing that really helped me change my mindset was knowing that this is the place that I should be, that I am here to stay. This is what I should be doing. And I had several experiences at the beginning of the year that helped solidify that. And I knew that this is what I had to be doing. And part of that was recognizing those things in my life. When God was showing me or putting it on my heart that this is where I was supposed to be, I needed to recognize that and own it and change my mind and say, yes, this is where I'm supposed to be. And so I am here, and committing myself to that because I knew that this was the right place. And so this business is super hard. And if you don't know that, if you don't have that in your heart, it can be that much more difficult and demoralizing. You know, I was a teacher for 12 years, like I said, and I think it's the same thing in teaching. I always said to people that said to me, oh, I think I want to go into teaching. And I would say, it needs to be your passion if you're going to succeed and love your life. Because teaching is so hard that if it's not your passion, it just takes over your life and you're not happy. And I think it's the same thing in this business. If it's not your passion, if you don't have that firm conviction that this is what you're supposed to be doing, the miserable parts of it make you just want to crawl into bed and never come out again. And so owning that in your head and in your heart and knowing this is where you're supposed to be and this is what you want to do and having that passion makes all the difference. And so that really helped me in the beginning of the year to turn my mind around about what I wanted to be doing. And so the second thing for me was I had to own that I am a working mom. So part of starting this business was I wanted to quit teaching and stay home with my kids and be a stay-at-home mom. Well, that's nice and all, but I still have to work. And so I'm not a stay-at-home mom. I am a working mom who works from home. And I had to make that shift in my head and stop feeling guilty for my kids watching TV in the afternoon when I decided, okay, these are my work hours and my kids, I can't have my kids bugging me. And so they need to watch TV. I had to get over that guilt because in my head, I had to say to myself, it's either this where you're home and they're watching TV for 3 hours in the afternoon, or you're at school all day teaching and you don't see them in the morning because you leave too early. And when you get home, it's time to make dinner. You spend an hour with them and you put them to bed. So I had to make that decision. Okay, I'm not going to feel guilty about what my kids are doing anymore when I am working because this is the sacrifice that I'm making. And I would much rather make this sacrifice than sacrifice being with them all day and be at school all day. And so I had to shift that mindset to I am a working mom who works from home, not a stay-at-home mom who happens to have a job, maybe sometimes when it's convenient. Like that wasn't working for me, and my business showed that because it wasn't growing. The other thing that I had to shift my mindset of was, okay, I've established these hours that I'm working. I have a plan for what my kids are going to do, and now I have to do the work. I have to post every day, and sharing testimonials is the thing that drives my business the most. Like I get the most reach outs. Other than reaching out, sharing testimonials is what gets people interested. And so I had to be very conscious and deliberate about, okay, these are the testimonials that I'm going to share. I'm going to share this one on this day, and I'm going to share this one on this day, and I'm going to share this one on this day, and very intentional. If I have somebody in mind who I'm like, ooh, I really need them to see this testimonial, I need to post that. And then also, so being consistent with my posting, also not just sharing other people's testimony, but sharing my own. I need to be doing that on a consistent basis. When I share my own testimony, my health testimony, I get a lot of interested people who have been tracking me. And so I've been doing this for 3 years now. And I think I'm finally at the point where a lot of people are like, oh, you know, this isn't just a fad for her. This isn't just a 6-month thing and she's not doing it anymore. I've been doing this for 3 years, and they can see, I can show the difference in myself and that I've stayed consistent, and this is a real thing. It's not just some flash in the pan. So then reaching out is a second one, reaching out consistently. Just like Shannon was saying, send those messages out, make that goal to send those messages out. And then when you're talking to people, when it comes up, don't be scared. Work past the knot in your gut and talk about it. And don't be ashamed about it. And that's part of reaching out. Doing the follow-up, making sure that you are following up with your new ambassadors. You want them to have the best experience that they can. And for a lot of my old ambassadors that are just the white lines, I did not do good follow-up. And so they kind of fell off the bandwagon. And you're going to have those people that just don't want to work with you and quit. That's just the nature of this business. But there's so many that if you follow up and keep being that person that they can reach out to. And one of the things that I started doing is making sure they are added to Imagine, and I tag them in posts that explain things. So it's not just me saying it, it's other people and other like articles and reference materials that aren't even from Plexus, but that validate what they're doing and the supplements that they're taking. So that follow-up is so key. And then the self-development. In May, Leah and I did the Momentum Movement with Brooke and Emily, and seriously, that was amazing. Every Friday, we had our Friday afternoon so pumped up, so ready to go do things that we could scream into the weekend, really pumped up and on fire, and then start the week again, looking forward to Friday, working hard so that we could come into that next Friday and with an attitude of learning and growing. It was just so amazing. And it was amazing to be on that. And I think they had like 1,300 or 1,400 people sign up for that. And when you are in a group with so many other people, sometimes in this business, when you're sitting in front of your computer at home, it feels like you're the only one doing this. I'm the only weirdo that is trying to tell people that supplementation is important. I am the only nerd that thinks that what's happening in our bodies is fascinating. It feels like that sometimes. So when you're attending something every week where 1,000 other people are getting on and the chat is just scrolling with people telling their stories and validating what they're saying, and Brooke and Emily are so passionate, and you realize I am not alone. I am not the only weirdo in this. I am with so many other amazing people that are part of this, and you just feel part of that community. And that is so important as you're working every day and maybe getting those rejections every day, and you can just wink at them and move on and know that you are in the right place, doing the right thing for you, and that you are spreading health and happiness one person at a time. And the more that you do this, the more that you will see that it is happening. You are spreading health and happiness. I have had at least 5 people sign up with me in the last 3 months that have been watching me for 3 years, that I have been in conversations with for 2 years. And they keep messaging me and then they pull back, and they keep messaging me and then they pull back. And finally they are at the place, and I have kept doing this long enough that they are ready, and I am there showing up for them to be able to sign up and experience the same health improvements that I have. It is an amazing, amazing journey. I'm so glad I didn't quit. And I hope all of you sign up for the Momentum Movement in August. If anything, for the personal growth that happens inside of you, it is totally worth it.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Seriously, I was getting chills almost the entire time. And when you were talking, Rebecca, I was like, that is her. She's going to be on stage at convention, you guys. She is going to be at convention on the stage. I know that's one of your dreams, but I just saw it. Like, I just saw it in my mind's eye. That was amazing. And I will second what she said. Like, Momentum Movement, you have to put in the work for sure. So if you are in it and you go all in and just be like, okay, like every Friday, I am blocking out the time to watch live. And Rebecca and I met on a Zoom after every single Friday. And that is open to you guys. So please come and we'll plan out our week. And we're just gonna, they give us a job to do every Friday, you guys. And it is not easy. So it's called, like, what did they call it, Rebecca? It was like your weekend, I don't know, your weekend list to do or whatever. It was like your call to action, or I don't know. But it was like a full list of, okay, you're going to enroll 2 people this weekend and you're going to, and it was like hard stuff, but we pushed ourselves and it was worth it because our business grew.
So the interesting thing too is I came away feeling so blessed that I am on their team. Most everything that they taught, I've already heard them say. There were probably 3 or 4 things that they taught that I was like, oh, I think I need to try that. I've never heard them say that before. And it's things that have worked for me now that I love. But I came away from that thinking, are other teams not teaching this? No, they're not. We are on an amazing team with amazing leaders. And so to have this opportunity to pay $19 for this when other people on other teams who are not getting this are paying $150 or something like that. And then seeing their testimonials of what happened when they implemented what Brooke and Emily told them to do, the amazing rank ups that came on other teams from them implementing what Brooke and Emily are teaching us to do all the time on our team calls. So that was just really validating for me, and like, oh, okay, I need to take more advantage of the team that I'm on and not just take it for granted, because somehow, some way, I was blessed enough to get on this team. And so I need to take advantage of that. And other people don't have it and they're hungry for it. And that's why 1,400 people signed up for their, and most of those people 1,000 of those people are not on Brooke and Emily's team. They are elsewhere and craving this knowledge. And when they implement it, they rank up and their business grows. So yeah, it's amazing.
Insanely, like big rank ups. It's so
Yeah.
good. You guys, I feel like the smartest leader in the world because I chose you guys to be surrounding around me, and you guys have such amazing strengths, and I'm so grateful for you. So that was such a good team call, and I'm so glad that we get to do this every other week and that we get to keep growing and learning together. And I am definitely keeping this recording forever because I'm going to be rewatching it. So thank you guys. We'll see you. Let's get to it today. We got some work to do. All right. Bye.